We've got high hopes for this contest with these two fighters. Should be a really good matchup. I'm Todd Grisham, and next to me for the broadcast, the one and only Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
It's time for our tale of the tape. And here he is in the flesh, Terrence Bud. And here he is in the flesh, Terrence Bud Crawford. Terrence Bud Crawford, one of the pound-for-pound best in the world, fighting out of Nebraska, USA, one of the greatest of all time.
Look at this. These fighters are so up for it. Look at that.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, from Omaha, Nebraska, here is the acclaimed 3-division world champion and 2-division undisputed champion of the world, Terrence Bud Crawford. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Omaha, Nebraska, here is an acclaimed 3-division champion of the world, Terrence Bud.
These two have certainly talked the talk. Now they've got to walk the walk.
The wait is over. The speaking stopped. The fight begins. Now, let's get the answer.
Here we go. Round one. Who's going to land the first big shot? No rest for the weary. Oh, and he caught him there with a right hook. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. They stop the hook there. Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter because the expectation from the thousands of people here, of the millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here expecting everything and anything, can break a man or make a man.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
A perfect counter lands. He threw a punch and just got countered. Those counter punches have to hurt. So much for boxing. This is a fight. Nice counter. Good looking hook, but it was blocked. Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. There's a counter shot. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important.
Here we go. It's round two. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
A counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
Counterpuncher is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the hit.
Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. Crawford is dazed. And down goes Crawford. Cue up the replay machine. I have got to see that again.
That's lights out right there.
So the fight will continue, but what does the game plan have to look like now?
Gotta look at his corner, look for the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner, somehow get to the end of the round.
They've got to pick things up halfway through the round here.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
Punch caught him clean. Well, final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure. You've got to wonder how big of a factor that knockdown's going to be we just saw.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath and thought, right, brush it up.
Let's get it started in round 3. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Tried to score with that hook, but missed. Beautiful counter punch. No rest for the weary. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Exchange punches. Nope, that jab not going to score. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Wow, it's like 2 different leagues.
Back at it in round 4. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to block it. They've got to block it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
He throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? Punch, counter punch. Good counter punching. They both want a highlight reel knockout. Fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Beautiful counter shot. Nice job blocking the hook. Misses with that straight left. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
Great round. Now relax. Just the same in the first minute. Stick him on the end of that jump and then just start going in your face here. Don't be looking there for one shot at a time.
Time for the 5th round. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
How about that time counter shot? You've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal with it?
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Unlucky to miss with that uppercut. Good counter punch. Do you believe what we are seeing? This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Here we go with these two lightning-quick lightweights.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
A perfect counter shot. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Crawford in trouble. Look even more dramatic in slow motion.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
Let's see how the game plan. There's the bell for round 6. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
He parries the right jab away. Here we go with the lightweights. Get ready to see some blazing hand speed and fancy footwork.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a terror. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
These two were made for each other. When are we going to see a jab from these two? And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Terrence Crawford just got rocked. Thought that was the end, but here we go again. Back into the fire.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now,
a very competitive round with 10 seconds left. point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Right, let's go out there. Great work. I love that. I love that. That jab is slick. Just take the round off, win the round on your jab, and is beautiful. That's it.
Here we go. It's round 7. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
We have a fight that's got that great footwork, that great hands.
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? Crawford's legs are all over the place. Didn't wait too long to get back and get engaged.
Being dazed now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Nice counter shot. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happily.
Catch and shoot. Crawford may be ready to go down. And apparently no rest for the weary. Thought about taking a breath, but instead, they're in there throwing bombs again.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
And this round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Crawford's legs are all over the place. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what? Next round, you're getting it. You're going to get a kitchen sink.
Nice round, good round. I like that. I'm happy. Good man. In the round, right? There's only one round that you've lost. Don't worry about it. In the middle, can't miss it. Great work. Stay focused. Don't let it.
Round 8, and we're off again. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
That one lands. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest? A big headshot, and he goes down. We have got to see that again in slow. Well, they're back up on their feet, but I'm not sure why.
The corner needs to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight's capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
Just misses with the right uppercut. Crawford in trouble. It's a lot of swelling. The referee taking a good look at it. Is he going to stop it? Wow, so the referee is not going to stop it, and the fight continues. Another win, another unanimous decision victory.
Unanimous? You know what? Smart. Smart, that is. total change of styles to make sure they got it. Had every round in the bag. There was no argument, no discussion, no mistake. It was so obvious.